Hello everyone, this is Sheila Shaffie and welcome back to another episode by ProcessArc. Amazon Prime. Now, is that a strategy that we should all try to emulate as we are developing our client experience strategy? Amazon always makes the cut when people are considering best-in-class practices around client experience, and they absolutely belong to the top performers of client experience. For several reasons. They have made the purchase process absolutely effortless, and they have gained the trusts of millions of shoppers because shoppers get what they want on time and they get it at a price that they deem appropriate. Now notice I didn't say the lowest price because you don't always get the lowest price on Amazon, but that's really not relevant anymore. What's relevant is that you can get what you want really quickly and very efficiently. But my recent experience at Whole Foods, particularly with Amazon Prime, gave me pause around their general value proposition. In that when you become a Prime member, which is an enormous revenue source for Amazon, you get to be treated differently as a customer. You get to actually save money and get your things faster. But as a non-Amazon Prime member, how does that make someone feel, particularly when Amazon is becoming omnipresent and as their market reach expands and they become more prevalent in our everyday lives, whether it's through loans, banking in a short little while, pharmaceutical, and everyday needs like groceries and the discretionary stuff that we need in our household? Does it make us feel good that we are not part of the Amazon Prime membership club? Let's talk about that, figure out if that's the strategy we want to emulate in our organization, and have a really good, solid debate. Now, if you like ideas around creative problem solving, innovation, and critical thinking, please don't forget to subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Now let's go back to the experience of shopping at Whole Foods. Certainly the idea of being part of a club is nothing new. There are country clubs, golf clubs, airline clubs, hotel clubs. We're all trying to work towards earning something. And again, these are not new ideas. But what's different about Amazon Prime is that when you walk into, for example, Whole Foods, you are immediately greeted with the idea that you're either part of a club or you're not part of that club. And that if you're part of the club, you will be rewarded for it. And if not, even though you're there to spend your money with Amazon, you're going to be treated differently. Perhaps not as nicely because you don't get to share any of the savings. Now, this notion of belonging to a club, like I mentioned, is nothing new, but I have never seen the entrance to a country club right off of a highway where everybody gets to see who's coming in and who's going out. There's a certain level of anonymity and exclusivity that goes along with being part of a club. When you walk into an airplane and you see the guy sitting in business class and think, oh gosh, I wish I was in that seat, you don't quite know if he or she got that seat because of their employer, they paid for it out of pocket, or they upgraded using their points. So that doesn't make you feel bad about where you are sitting in economy because you're not quite sure how they got to where they are today. Now, Amazon has taken a totally different strategy in making it overtly obvious in terms of whether you are part of a club or not. And the discussion here is that a good thing? Now, certainly as we all develop client experience strategies, we are going to do customer segmentation. Perhaps $1 million customer, which certainly is a more profitable customer to an organization, will have different levels of expectations and needs. And so you will develop a different service level for that customer versus a $20,000 customer, which may one day become $1 million customer, but today they're not there yet. And so you may again devise a very different level of service strategy for your $20,000 customer. The point is, the $1 million customer doesn't necessarily know what the $20,000 customer gets in terms of service and vice versa. They are invisible, and so they don't feel like they've been left out in some way or being treated unfairly. As a matter of fact, the word of artificial intelligence, it's kind of flipping on its head in that now companies are getting more and more data about their customer base, and if they feel that you don't have the financial wherewithal to perhaps afford a product that they're willing to sell, they will discount that price for one type of a customer who may not have the financial means, just to get them to buy the product versus another. So in a way, having more money in some cases will work against certain customers. But at the end of the day, nobody knows who paid what for the same product. And the same argument goes with Amazon Prime. Should Amazon Prime be so in your face about it when you walk into a store like Whole Foods, and tomorrow potentially a bank, where you will know that just because you have opted out of a particular club, you will not be serviced the same way? I would love to hear your thoughts as we debate this concept of, should you expose all your customer base to the various service strategies that are available versus not perhaps making them so transparent? Leave your comments and thoughts below. I would love to get a healthy debate started. I am grateful that you joined me today. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you again next week.